Hello, I'm Nikki Geisler, Executive Director at YMCA Camp du Nord, a very special and unique family vacation destination located in the beautiful Northwoods of Minnesota. Our camp was founded in 1933 by 3 school teachers with the simple belief that families could grow stronger by spending time together in nature. And lo and behold, their vision has now impacted thousands of individuals and families over the years. In 1960, the YMCA purchased du Nord under the agreement that its original vision of serving families would remain intact. We are proud to say today that we've upheld that agreement to its core. In fact, nurturing strong families is central to our mission, to strengthen families by providing opportunities for individual and family growth, supporting spiritual development, and enhancing environmental awareness in a wilderness setting. This video is intended to be a brief introduction to Camp du Nord. After watching, you'll have a better sense of the layout of camp, how to best plan your week, what our programming is like, and meet some of our staff and volunteers. We want to ensure that you are well prepared for what we hope will be the ideal combination of meaningful family time together and superb outdoor adventures. Welcome to YMCA Camp du Nord.
Camp du Nord is located up in northern Minnesota, just south of the Boundary Waters Canoe Area Wilderness, about 15-20 minute drive outside of the town of Ely. Of course, we are in a beautiful environment here in northern Minnesota, and we really try to get families to get outside and play outdoors. So we have an awesome trail system. The North Arm Trail System is across the road, about 30 miles of hiking trails, single track. It's really beautiful back there. We also have Burnside Lake, that has a bunch of campsites, and it's just a good lake to go paddle and explore. And also we just have a lot of areas around camp where you can just go find a quiet spot to sit along the shore, sit on a rock, maybe go fishing. There's a lot of opportunities to be outside and enjoy the beautiful nature and serene environment that we have here in the North Woods.
Camp is laid out in 3 different villages. We have Northland, du Nord Village, where the dining hall is located, and then Pine Point. And programming in camp ranges between all 3 villages, and we have shuttles running multiple times a day between the 3.
A lot of our programming happens in du Nord Village, so there is a lot of transportation between Pine Point and du Nord. A lot of means of travel as well. You can kayak, you can canoe, you can take the goat trail, which is kind of a more rugged trail hiking. And then there's another upper trail that is flatter and is stroller accessible if you have little ones.
At du Nord, we have a large variety of different sites. So for those families that want a more rustic experience, you can just pitch a tent and stay at one of our tent sites. And at the other end of the spectrum, there's large cabins that can fit multiple families or large extended families with full kitchens, full bathrooms, running water, everything, lots of bedrooms and bed space. And then there's plenty in between, from platform cabins, platform tents, to smaller rustic cabins as well. So there's really something for everyone. The Trading Post is a place where you can get things just simple like snacks, ice cream, root beer. We also have lots of different options for Camp du Nord gear. We have sweatshirts, t-shirts, hats, water bottles, everything that you could imagine for bringing home some souvenirs from du Nord. And you can set up an account there right when you get here during your week, so you don't have to worry about carrying around money with you. Just one less thing you have to worry about. It's a great place to stop by just to hang out, play a board game, check out some pictures on the slideshow, and just really get to know staff and other campers. OAC, or the Outdoor Activity Center, is a place where we have all types of gear for families to be able to get outside. So these are things that you might have for your own, such as like fishing poles. And there's also gear to go out on a cookout or an overnight. And that can be staffed, so you can have staff come out with you out onto the lake to one of our campsites for a cookout or a night stay out there. We have all the gear you need: tents, sleeping bags, food, everything. We'll pack you out and we can get you out in the woods for a night or for a meal. There's also different programming that goes on throughout the OAC that we do in the afternoons, like different hikes, orienteering, paddling, lots of stuff like that to get people outdoors.
Family Art Center is another beautiful building at Denord where we have just tons of art supplies. So the room is kind of split between open art, where you can come in and just be creative and use any materials you can find to work up anything you can dream of, or else we do have sign-up classes as well that are taught by some staff. You can learn how to paint, you can learn how to make different things that are taught to you as well, like such as tie-dye and other fun crafts like that we have every day of the week.
So as you plan for your week, realize that there's a lot of programming options here at Denord, but you can really pick and choose whatever you want.
We have anything from doing arts and crafts to doing sports to getting out on the water, getting out on hikes. All of these options are here and are facilitated by the staff. So every day you can really choose from a wide variety of all different types of things. So we have a schedule that is pretty overwhelming because there's lots of different things on it every day, but the beauty of it is that families can pick and choose what they want to do, and they can really formulate their own week and what fits for them.
An average weekday at Denord could begin with the polar bear plunge at either 7:30 or 7:45. Between breakfast and lunch we have age groups, and then between lunch and dinner we have afternoon programming, which can range from all sorts of things. You can get out on the lake boating, you can go for hikes, you can there's a lot of like self-programming, but also a lot of camp programming as well happening. And then in the evenings after dinner, we have evening programming as well, and that's things like s'mores night or Northwoods Home Companion, and those are more big family activities, full family activities. And then after that, it usually finishes with saunas in the evening.
So there's lots of different ways to eat at Denord. A lot of families love eating in the dining hall. We serve breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and you get to eat with staff. Every meal we sing a song and say a grace before we eat, and then we eat family style, and you get to know other families around you and really build a community in the dining hall.
A really cool thing about being in a family camp, especially here at Denord, is we have kitchens in every cabin, and there is pots and pans and dishware at each campsite as well. So you don't have to be on the meal plan if you don't want to. In fact, you can pick and choose if you want to be on all of breakfast, lunch, and dinner, or if you just want to do breakfast and dinner, or any really combination in between.
The advantage of being in the dining hall is you don't have to bring the food for that meal. It's a great way to meet the counselors. It's more songs. You get to meet more of the campers that are here that week because you're sitting at tables, which is served family style. The advantage of cooking your own meals is you're completely on your own plan, your own time schedule.
I would recommend that people bring rain gear because the weather up here, always beautiful, but you never know when it's gonna rain. Playing cards, musical instruments, or anything that, you know, bonds your family together.
I really recommend bringing some things that you personally enjoy doing. So bring a book, plan on bringing a swimsuit because you're gonna wanna jump in the water, you're gonna wanna take a sauna. There's a lot of opportunities to get in boats. If you bring food, definitely bring some snacks. Bring a hat, bring sunscreen, bring musical instruments if you're someone who plays music, because we have a talent share and it's fun to sit by a fire and strum a guitar.
The other thing that we get a lot of questions about is bedding, and that's something that we don't provide here at Camp Denord. So we do ask that you bring your own bedding with you, including sheets and bedspreads, pillows, and also towels.
Age groups is a 2.5-hour period of time where kids get together with other children their age in camp, and they have some counselors and some people from the leadership development program with them as well, and they get together and they play fun games, sing goofy songs. They either get out on the water, on the trails.
Age groups is really a time for the kids to connect with the other kids their age, and to just kind of discover who they are outside of their regular environment and kind of explore maybe a different side of themselves.
So in the afternoons, usually you can hop in the trading post to get some ice cream after lunch, and then after that you can go on hikes, you can go on paddles, you can go to the Family Arts Center and do arts and crafts, you can play Woody Ball, which is a goofy camp game here. You can do a lot of things that are like self-guided, so you could just take a paddleboard or kayak or canoe out with your family.
So every evening we have program that's run for everybody to join in on. So from things like the first night we have an opening celebration where we really welcome all campers into camp. And then throughout the week we have things like a talent show, and we have a volleyball tournament and an auction. And every night there's something for everybody. There's so much variety. Every night there's usually a couple options, but then there's usually one big event in the evenings for all camp to come together and really close off each day together.
My day yesterday included water polo with the kids, and it included a hike in the woods, and I ended it with a 10 p.m. sauna, and it was just one of those lifetime wonderful experiences.
We have an awesome staff team here at Denord. A lot of the staff members are young people that came up here to camp with their families, and then they did our leadership development program, and they care deeply about what they do. They're creative and funny and passionate and kind and caring, really good at working with kids, very skilled at being in the outdoors, and more than anything, they just really love to be here and love to meet new people and create genuine, authentic relationships, and they're just phenomenal people.
The kids see themselves, they could be those counselors in the future. They could be on staff. Whenever you look at somebody older than you and say, that could be me in the future, there's so much more relationship there. These are the role models I want for my kids, because you want them to look up to the right people.
Every week we have 2 resource families here at Denord who really help out with things like polar bear swim, and then they also help us set up the dining hall, and they clean up the dining hall, and they also run adult age groups. So we don't have age groups just for kids, we also have adult age groups which are planned and run by the resource families, and so they just play a huge role at Denord, and we are really grateful for everything they do for campers.
I would say the primary role is to support families in having a great week. Those little questions, little things you're unsure about. Where do I find this? How do I do that? Where are my parents?
They just are excited to help out and be campers, but also be a little bit more and be the people that other campers can look to if they don't have as much experience, or if they need help with anything, the resource families are there for them.
So there you have it. If you have any questions that this film didn't answer, you can always get a hold of us through our website, denord.org, or follow us on Facebook. See you at camp.